Hello Wesleyan family, my name is Kelly Goetz and I am the Chief Compliance Officer here at the Wesleyan. I wanted to take this opportunity today to spend some time with you in regards to a recent policy change for the utilization of face masks. As you're aware, the numbers in Williamson County and the numbers in Texas for COVID-19 continue to rise. There are things that we can do to help control the spread. And one of those is a utilization of a face mask. My face mask protects you, and your face mask protects me. Before we get into the utilization of a face mask, I would like to talk to you about a few things that we can do to help control the spread. Things that we have control over. Number one, hand washing. It's really important to wash your hands frequently throughout the day. Number two, utilization of a mask. It's important for source control. Number three, cough and sneeze etiquette. Use a tissue, and after you use your tissue, throw it away and wash your hands. Or if you don't have a tissue available, turn your head to the side and cough and sneeze into your elbow. Number four, social distancing. Social distancing is very important. Please try to stay at least 6 feet away from others if possible. Number five, cleaning highly touched surfaces often. Your doorknobs, your countertops, your cell phone. Anything that you come in contact with frequently throughout the day should be wiped down. And lastly, it's important that if you go to a social gathering outside of the community, it's important that there's less than 10 people there. Please think about those things that we are able to control. All of us together doing those 6 things will help control the spread. Now, let's start talking about mask application. I'm going to go ahead and go through putting on a mask and taking off a mask. We're also going to do a demonstration in regards to some habits that we have that we all need to work on. So to get started, before you put your mask on, it's really important that you either wash your hands or you use alcohol-based sanitizer. When using the alcohol-based sanitizer, make sure you rub the sanitizer between your fingers, on your fingertips, at least 2 inches on your wrist, and rub the hand sanitizer in until it is completely dry. If you have access, please continue to rub it in and don't wipe it on your clothing. My hands are dry. We are going to go ahead and grab the mask by the side strings. The blue part is the part that faces outward. The white part is the part that faces your face. If your mask is white on both sides, it is important to look at the box to know which side needs to be next to your face. When putting on your mask, you are going to take your mask and put it around your ears. You want to make sure that you secure this around your nose so air particles and droplets don't come in from the top of your mask. Pull the bottom of your mask over your chin. There we go. It's really important when you have this mask on that you do not touch the outside of the mask. If you wear the mask out of your room and in public, the outside of this mask is considered to be contaminated. Please make sure that if you do touch the outside of the mask for any reason at all, that you wash your hands. Let's go ahead and talk about taking your mask off. It is important when you take your mask off, if you are going to reuse this mask, which you can, unless it becomes soiled or wet. If your mask becomes soiled or wet, you need to make sure you throw the mask away and get a new one. But if you're going to reuse this mask, you want to lean forward and taking the mask off, pull it away from your face, and you can do one of 2 things. You can either set this mask down on a paper towel, face down. My contaminated area is face down. Or you can take this mask and store it in a paper bag. Not plastic, it has to be a breathable bag. This bag is labeled front, back, and name. You want to make sure the front of the mask, which is this part, is facing the front label of the bag. Drop your mask into the bag and hook the string on the handle of the bag. When you're ready to use the mask again, you take the bag, you grab the string, you pull your mask out of the bag, and you can go ahead and use your mask again. Now, it is important to make sure before you take this mask out of the bag that you wash your hands before touching the mask. You want to go ahead, take your mask, lean forward, put your mask over your face, secure it around your nose, make sure it's over your chin, and after you're done, you want to make sure you wash your hands or use alcohol-based sanitizer. Remember, rub that sanitizer in really well, through your fingers, over your fingertips, and at least 2 inches on your wrist. Rub the sanitizer in until your hands are completely dry. All right, so I am gonna go ahead and take this mask off, and I am gonna put a mask on for demonstration that will show you one that's contaminated and some habits that some of us may do and how those habits can actually be harmful. So I am going to remove this mask. Remember, if I remove it, head forward, off the face, and I'm laying it on a paper towel, and I'm washing my hands. This mask that I have, that I am going to pull out for demonstration purposes, is full of respiratory droplets. Okay, this is a mask that I have already worn today, and I'm pulling it back out to wear again. I'm going to go ahead, lean forward, put my mask on around my ears, seal my nose, make sure I'm over my chin, and I'm going to wash my hands. Okay, so let's talk about some things when we have our mask on that we may see people do, or we may do ourselves, and they're things that can actually cause more harm when wearing a mask. Often you will see people touch the outside of this mask to itch their face or move it around, okay? And they won't wash their hands. And then they need to itch their eye. Oh, I have an eye, my eye's itching, or oh, my nose is itching. Okay, so I'm itching my nose, and I just touched my face. Anytime you touch the outside of this mask, it is essential that you wash your hands and don't touch your face. Okay? Another thing that we often see people do that can be harmful is they will take their mask and they will pull it down on their chin or below their chin, either to take a drink, to take a bite of something, or to talk to someone. It is vitally important to not take this mask down off of your face and put it on your neck. What we have done in this situation is all the respiratory droplets that were on the outside of this mask are now all on our neck area. Okay? So I'm going to take it, I'm going to pull it back up, and there we go. You will see I have just transferred all these respiratory droplets to my neck and my clothes. It's very important to not pull your mask down. Another habit that some people do is they will take their mask and they will pull it on top of their head to talk or to do an activity. Very important, your mask stays over your nose and your mouth. Okay, they pull it back down because they're done talking. And here we are. Now, everything that was on the front of this mask is in my hair. Another habit that you often see people do is they will take their mask, they will reach across, and they will put their mask on their hand as they're walking. Okay? If you look, I just transferred respiratory droplets from my mask to my arm. When they're done with it on their arm, they will take it and they will put it back on. When we are wearing a mask, it's important to make sure that we're utilizing it correctly. Pulling it on the chin, pulling it on top of your hair, touching the mask, and then touching your face or your neck, or if you touch the mask and you have a scratch, and taking your mask off and putting it on your wrist causes everything that's on the outside of this mask to be on other parts of your body. It is very important that you always remember that this mask is contaminated. You don't want to spread all these respiratory droplets, viruses, or bacteria to other areas of your body. So, some people may not think about it when they have their mask on. So, they've done all these things, and when they go to take their mask off, they take it off correctly, they set it down, but they are full of droplets. I have droplets from where I scratched my face, I have them on my forehead, I have them on my neck, and I have them on my arm, and I have them in my hair. Now, the likelihood is when you take your mask off, you're gonna go and wash your hands. So you wash your hands just like you know to do. You wash away, remember alcohol gel needs to dry completely. Do it on your wrist, through your fingers, and they're dry. Now, they're dry, but I didn't wash my face, I didn't wash my neck, I didn't wash my arm, and I didn't wash my hair. So all of the respiratory droplets that are on your face and your arms and your hair from touching the outside of the mask are still on you. So when you wear that mask, think about making sure that you're not touching the mask. If at any point that you have to touch the mask, you need to wash your hands. It's important for each of us to help each other. Wearing masks all day at our residence when we go out is not a normal practice. It's not something we are normally used to doing. But we're certainly in unprecedented times where things are not the norm. So let's all help each other. Remember, my mask that I wear protects you, and your mask that you wear protects me. We are all here to keep each other safe, and we are all here to help stop the spread of COVID-19. So I challenge you, mask up. Think about your habits when you have your mask on, and help each other. Help your neighbor and help your friend. I hope you all have a wonderful day.